Hey, hi, hello. It's Wasteland 2, not Wasteland 1. Honestly, I was getting frustrated at the controls and the UI, specifically. I just figured I like 2, let's play 2. A fan of 2. As you can see, last time I played was in 2016, of August. So it's been 4 years. I do have a bit of knowledge in this game. I have like 30-ish hours in it, something like that. Create a custom squad. Um, I'll do this in just a second. I want to see how much time I have in this. I have 32 hours. Look at that. Okay. So I didn't know like how to create my characters. You want someone who's gonna be doing like all the leader, high perception, dialogue, yada yada yada. If it's random the name, I don't really care. You know what? Let's bring back the old days, huh? By old days I mean like yesterday. Art Harley Jarvis. Should pull my phone to type. Bit young, so like 16 is the youngest. Okay, religion. I don't think it does anything. Stop. Um Alright, appearance. Let's see here. What would a bad boy wear? Oh, you already know. Spiky hat. Hair. With, yep. But you gotta be wearing the things that doesn't really matter. Head. Torso. Alright, Bart. Take the weird hubcap packs. Bro, well, I should probably get my stream open too. You don't need a pack. Legs. He's wearing shorts, guaranteed. Excuse me. No shorts. Oh, the belt. Skin tone? Probably fine. Size? Tiny. He's like a year old. Portrait? Or the bad boy, right? Cigarette in your mouth. Easy. E-Z. Next character, please. Alright, hold on. Because you're the best. Hold. 1 second. Gotta get my stuff open. You know what? Hold. I think I want to restart my computer. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh my fucking controller.
Yeah, let me get my character created. And let me start my computer. How do you remove points? I have my overlay above it. Okay, so don't care about coordination. You were our talker guy, so I don't care for you. Luck, don't care. Awareness, that's perception and stuff, right? Well, you're gonna be our mover, so you wanna have you like a little bit. Strength, we don't need it. Speed. Sure, a little bit. Intelligence, you wanna get that maxed out. Then put one more point to charisma. You're a leader. Alright. Now. You just use 12 over everything, right? First, you need general. I don't know which one. Does it really matter which one to go for? You don't need all of them. I think you only need one. We'll go for hard butt. Mind if I do? Well, you need to take leadership. To get a point of leadership. Then we have one more point to spend. Well, two. Need someone with the bomb stuff, so I guess I'll be you. Grab one, because you're gonna have perception, so why wouldn't you? And then that's every point. Should give you a point of weapons. So I mean, everything's garbage in this game, right? You want to use ARs? ARs are the best thing you want to go for. So probably just pick an AR. Or not have everybody use the same ammo, so maybe we'll go SMG. I'm not sure. Pick a point out of perception. You shouldn't need all of that right now. And put 1 point into some machine gun. There we go. Probably gonna have two ARs, a sniper, and this subby. What can I say? Okay. Next character? Oh, next. We don't really need any quirks. Who did we grab? Did we grab hard? Yeah. I mean, I guess you want to grab. Maybe you don't need them all, but maybe we'll probably end up grabbing one for everybody. I'm not really sure. I probably won't even take any, to be honest. That helps you get started or get better in the late game, I believe. I think we're good. It's a new character. Then you want Herbie Hancock. Smokes. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean smokes? What would an all-time professional jazz Herbie Hancock? No hat. Bald. I mean, that's kind of bald, right? Balding. Head. Torso. He's all business. Alright, Herbie. Packs. You don't need one. Where you're going. There you go, skin tone. Alright, and then size. Sure. I'm not typing out this. Portrait? Portrait. Singer. What would be a singer out of this? Guy with the guitar? Pretend that's a guitar and not a spike. Next is this one. Okay, now we want somebody who's going to be a sniper. Herbie, you're a sniper. So let's see. Coordination. Get some more crit chance. There you go. Luck. Is there a point in luck? Awareness. Combat initiative. Pretty good. Speed. It's strength. Critical hit. That says melee. Short carry weight. So you're going to be a mechanic too, so. Speed, you don't really need to move fast because you're going to be standing still. So sure. Intelligence, you want to get as much skill points as you can get. So charisma, get out of here. Nobody should have any other charisma except their main character. So you want 1 point of sniping, which is where? Over here. You're gonna be our mechanical guy. Where is weaponsmith? Oh, it's over here now with knowledge. It's a general skill. We kick butt. There we go. Prepare. Grab 1 point at lockpicking. You only want one person with lockpicking, right? Because if you get to like what, level 3 of mechanical repair, I believe you can just repair things indefinitely if it breaks. I think. And then there you go, outdoorsman. Next, no quirk. Roy Donk. You know what? There we go. Oh yeah, there you go, Redonk. Beard, you know it. Any backpacks, we're fine. Legs. Padded boys. Doesn't really matter. Size. Giant. Portrait. We'll give you the goggles. And then there you go. So you're going to be one of our combat characters. So, first off, charisma, 0. You don't need to be smart. I'll give you 1. Speed, you want to have high speed, guaranteed, and maybe some strength, because you're probably you only want an AR, right? So we're probably going to be using melee and blunt for our 2 characters. Awareness. Get it up to a 6, so goodbye luck. You don't need luck. Get that initiative, chance to evade, and then sure. More AP. So, you'll be bladed, AR, and then you want to be a medic. Can I see what the perk does before I... Probably increase your chance to hit right now, because it bothers me to no end when I miss weapon hits. I don't know what the perk does. Self-defense. Sure. And probably the same thing, but we're gonna use blunt weapons for... Let's go to get medic. On the mend. You know what? Give me that. Alright, now, next, no quirk. Create custom ranger. PR sniffer. Sure. Smokes. Nickel pops. Let's see here. Always wearing a gas mask because of the stinky farts. I know it's like a bandana, but come on. Has a miner's hat? Oh, let's go. Any good hair? I'd love for you to have a gas mask, but I don't think you do. I take the miner's hat. Oh, you do. Let's go. You can breathe in your own farts. Give me the taped up torso. Packs? Nah, it's fine. Legs? Why do you get a pistol for this one? Take the jazz pants. Skin tone, can't even see. Size, huge. There you go. Coordination, give you 1. You're gonna have the same stats, pretty much. Except we're not gonna have you be as fasty. Fasty basty. Intelligence, give you 1. And then... what can I say? Okay. Awareness can be 6. So, blunt. You don't need to be a medic. I already have a medic. Pointing to AR. Then you need someone to break down doors, right? Yeah. I don't know how many you want. That's probably fine. And then give me, we'll do that. How about that? There you go. No quirks. Alright, we're good. Now I'm gonna shut my computer because I can't open up Firefox. Restart. Maybe we can do the intro, so skirt. Just gonna play on normal, to be honest. So you don't want toaster repair until like endgame, right? I believe. There's no point. It doesn't really do much. I'm not worried about getting all the collectibles. Brian Fargo presents an In Exile Entertainment production. Bow bow.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they.
Okay, I had to
They were
refresh
just an
Firefox. How about
army
that?
engineer battalion,
–
constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack.
I don't remember what add-ons I had for Firefox. I think I only had a
But who had
uBlock.
attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged. Thank you, recruits.
Hold, I'm still opening up stuff. You gotta give me just a second. I apologize. Do this. Get Yaz back in here. Boom, boom. Come on, Yabs, you can do it. There you go. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, I gotta open up my stream. The box, what are they called? Streamlabs. That's it. A stiff, bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. Genoa Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches on the
I
barrel.
appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a desert ranger.
How did Ace die, sir?
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal. But sadly, Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Sure, we'll go down the line. Happy to be given the opportunity, sir, but are you sure we're ready?
I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
I'm still opening stuff. Signal is a threat, sir?
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
That should be good. Repeater units, sir?
Back to the Citadel, talk
So I'm
to
doing
our
my
radio
whitelist again.
expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade
fine.
the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Alright, where are the radio
I'll give
towers?
you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
Hold. Think the logbooks are stolen, sir?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
I'm muted. What's the mission,
The
sir?
mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover
Ooh, someone
his
else to block
logbook
on
and repeater
my
units.
messaging app.
Then call in your report. If you find
Block
the
that spam
repeaters,
text.
I may send you on to finish his mission.
Okay.
Ace's
Continue.
death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Where in the area,
It's
sir?
about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map.
Thank you. Radio
There
tower.
you go.
There you go. Call in,
Yes,
sir.
call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
So you want to get Bart's perception up ASAP. Where can we enter the Citadel, sir?
Once you
When
prove
can we?
yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a desert ranger, and we won't let you in.
We are a hard butt. What if we prove ourselves by kicking down the Citadel doors, sir?
Hard-ass approach, huh? Well, you might get what you want from some folks in the Waste through intimidation, but it doesn't always work, particularly with old hard-asses like myself. You want to kick down our doors? Go ahead, give it a try. But I ain't pissing myself just because you growled at me.
Alright. Let's go.
Good luck out there, recruits.
Look at Bart, dude. He has a greaser. I might overlay at the wrong spot for me. I'll change it later. We've done like so little. I can't read that because of my overlay. I was like, okay, I think bottom right should probably be safe. I guess top left is probably the best spot for it. Okay, I gotta move it. Alright. Major General Redhawk, Supreme Dirk Pavlish, and Cadet Suicide. Suicide. General Sergiu. Captain Christopher Brock Nobottom lived his life to the Ranger Code. And Cadet Wolf. Lance Colonel Ken Stone. Dr. Mike Scott. Dr. Mike Scott, okay. So we have things that like blue around here, right? Remember correctly? I don't know the buttons here. It's up on D-pad map? Yes. So north of us, which is this way. It's supposed to be Ace. This is graveyard. Okay, never mind. So left is the logbook. Down is wait.
Copy, Echo 1.
Right's the radio.
Command, go ahead. Over.
Oh, as well, just checking in to let you know we're still kicking over.
Appreciate the
Up top left. Can't do it. Alright, center left. Here we go. Can't go to the Citadel yet. Not gonna work. A kindly older woman in standard issue ranger garb. She seems occupied counting goods and organizing crates. Aside from the clothes, she's the picture of a loving grandmother. Could swear she smiles faintly of fresh baked cookies. Smells. Nice to meet you too, Sylvig. What's your story? Not interesting, Citadel. So can you outfit us? With the essentials, it's tough to find they are. Just give them away for free, believe me. You're a ranger, I don't really care. Ranger Citadel, I do believe love this place nowadays. It used to be full of some kooky birds back when I was younger. Fellas seem to worship pre-war junk even if they didn't know what it was, and they wouldn't share none of it. Well, I should get too judgmental. Shouldn't get too judgmental. I apologize for the child. I'm sure they thought they were doing right. He's a modern-day Patton. He had a mind for strategy and knows how to make tough calls. But he's got a gentle side, too. What's Sergeant Nelson like? Though he's a great friend and a great quartermaster, we'd all be eating sand and wiping his with cactus flowers without him. Was Captain Mersaptin? Captain Mersaptin. Captain Mercaptain. Like, she's the smartest person I've ever met, bar none. She can whip out laser beams and water purification system like I whip up pies. What? Oh. That's fine. Get me out of here. See, I'm usually muted, and I unmute when I go to talk, but I gotta talk a lot here. Fill up our canteens.
Hey, Echo 1. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there.
You missed.
He headbutted you right in the butt. Did you actually think I was serious about wanting that can? I just wanted the goat to hit you in the ass.
But he missed. Alright, it's fine. I know it's been a few years, but isn't there like loot around here? You gotta like use perception to find? I believe there is, but I think it's on the other side. I'll look. What are you doing? Can't talk right now. Gotta clean up the graffiti. Okay, have fun. Good job, Herbie. He's the one for this job. There he goes. I don't plan on using energy. Not at all. We'll compare that to whoever's using blunt. You are... I'm an overlay above the HP? That's fart. Okay. Barbed wire is 8 to 15, 64% hit chance, 5% critical with 3 armor penetration. So it causes more HP to use, but it hits for so much more. The board. So I'll use that. There you go. Easy. What's your secondary here? An M1? Because it's the AR, right? And then I want to transfer all my junk to the sniper, who is Herbie, I believe. And then you just gotta dismantle it. I don't know if we can do it yet.
Holy fuck, dude. I was from Call of Duty. I don't want to play fucking shit through.
He doesn't have any mods on it yet, but I believe later... Hold on. When in the tree can I actually strip parts? How do you go over? A 2? Or 5, okay. I think mechanical repairs first. We don't ever need any more points in lockpicking because you can do it infinitely with a handyman, I believe. Getting a scout would be pretty good too, or world traveler so you can see all the collectibles. I don't know, it's tough though. Probably do mechanical repair first and then go for outdoorsman. Get that to 7, and then weapon spitting can happen later. I doubt we really gotta worry about mods right now. I don't think it's that big of a deal. We have to find a shovel, don't we? See, it's hard because I also put my overlay above this. Maybe top center right would be a good spot. Because these I can just figure out by looking. Full auto, I don't know. Maybe top left was fine. It was just the that's where the guy was when he was speaking to me. I thought all text went up there for some reason. So you know what? I'll do it when I go to use the restroom. I'm gonna walk away for just a minute. Coming up. I do remember a shovel of some sort.
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
Alright, Angela. Did you join us? Tough-looking redhead with decades of sun and wind and hard living etched into her angular face stands sobbing in the shadows. You saw her at Ace's retirement party. The sleeves of her uniform had been torn off, revealing multiple tattoos of her sinewy arms, all skulls. The tears running down her cheeks are splashing on a rusty old wrench. She holds into her scarred hands.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
We saw you at Ace's funeral. You knew him well.
But this one, man, Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise, and never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's...
Oh my god, dude.
Damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it.
How well did you know General Vargas?
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show, and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh?
Babies? Us? Bart Harvey Jarvis?
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die.
The callbacks, dude.
Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
I see you have Ace's name tattooed in that heart on your arm.
You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said
Not
I wore
really, but my
heart
guy
on
did.
sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace. We were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you.
Why is there, like, a computer voice overlaid over all the dialogue, with the dialogue itself? I can faintly hear, like, a robotic voice in the background. Where's
Yeah,
Quartz?
Not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher. He'd know.
You thought Ace's mission was
He's
trouble?
working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him.
Is it red if it's the first time you're seeing the mention? No, we haven't heard of Thrasher or Snake.
Should have gone with
Okay.
them. Why didn't I go with them?
Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
The General Vargas used to be called Snake.
Well, like I said, He was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe?
What happened to Hellraiser? Heckraiser, dude.
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come, and when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor, scary as hell.
Sharp as a razor. Where's Thrasher now?
Call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day, he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walk-in papers, but Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it?
Tell me about rail nomads.
Could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots.
No one any more about these repeater
I
units?
don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius.
Have you heard any of these trained broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers, saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
Excuse you. Computer was making the robots?
Yeah. The Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
Red Scorpions?
What, briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of Rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves the militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of Eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. Protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
Did you know Woodson?
Technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline.
What can you tell us about Eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the
Give me 1 sec.
radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
clouds.
Edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever. And that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Is it a little quiet?
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me
Is this even going down?
going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona.
Whatever,
looking
it's
for his
fine.
Killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged. So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Sure, we can always take you out later if we want to. I'm gonna switch to a game that can be more quieted.
Tell Vargas why I joined you.
Or I can pick when I
Don't
speak.
relax, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
I'm back in just a minute.